Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something fresh and super practical in the AI image generation space, the HiDream-E1 model. After the buzz surrounding the earlier HiDream models, like the HiDream I1, the team is back with something a little different, but just as exciting. This time it's not about generating brand new images from scratch. Instead, it's about editing existing images just by typing in what you want to change. That's right, HiDream-E1 is an image editor powered entirely by text instructions. But before we get into all the details, just a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this kind of content, or if you're curious about using AI tools in your creative projects, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps keep things going and lets me keep bringing this kind of deep dive content to the community. Thanks a lot. So, what exactly is HiDream-E1? In simple terms, it's an instruction-based image editor, or as the team behind it calls it, instruct pix to pix. That means you give the model an input image and a prompt describing the change you want to make. It doesn't need masks or complex UI, just plain language. Think of it like talking to an AI Photoshop assistant. And there are two main ways you can use it. Through the official Gradio demo app, which is great for quick tests and experiments. Through ComfyUI, which gives you a lot more control, and that's what we'll focus on today. How does it work? Let's walk through the basics of how HiDream-E1 works. You upload a source image and then type in a prompt like, change the woman's hair color to red. Replace the apple with an orange. Add sunglasses to the man's face. Make this image look like a Ghibli animation. Convert this to a pencil sketch. Add the text, save our planet on the sign. Change the wooden table into a marble one. Turn this into Pixar style. The cool thing? No masking required, no region selection, no layers. You just write what you want, and the model does the heavy lifting. It also works for removing things like remove the fork or remove the background. You can also tweak image properties like saturation, contrast, and brightness with prompts like increase saturation or make the image brighter. What about resolution? The native resolution for HiDream-E1 is 768 x 768, so when you input an image, it will automatically be cropped or resized to fit that format. Keep this in mind when choosing your source images, especially if you're working with wide aspect ratios or detailed compositions. That said, since it's quantized, it's pretty lightweight compared to full float models. That makes it a great choice for local GPU setups, and it runs smoothly in ComfyUI. Running it in ComfyUI, let's talk setup. To get HiDream-E1 running in ComfyUI, here's what you'll need. A GGUF loader node, since the model is quantized, the HiDream-E1 GGUF model file, which you can find linked on their GitHub or Hugging Face, and the ComfyUI Workflow, which I'll link in the description. Once you've got those ready, open the workflow and you'll see it's structured around a source image loader, a prompt input, a negative prompt input, optional but useful, the dual CF guider, which controls prompt fidelity, the instruct pix to pix conditioning node. This is the real star of the show, translating your text into changes in the image's latent space. Here's an example. I loaded a photo and typed, add sunglasses. In the negative prompt, I wrote blurry, poor quality, morphing, deformation. After tweaking the steps and sampler settings a bit, the output looked great. You can definitely get creative here. Try adjusting samplers like DPM++ or Euler A and tweak the CFG scale for better style control. And remember, HiDream uses 4 language models under the hood: a vision encoder clip L, a clip G, a T5XXL clip model, and a LLaMA 3.1 language model with billions of parameters. This multi-clip setup is what gives HiDream-E1 its strength. It has a much deeper understanding of prompts than many models out there, including some of the popular ones like Flux. You'll notice that it tends to follow instructions more precisely and can grasp abstract edits like make it vintage style or turn the mood into something eerie better than many single clip models. Some use case ideas. This tool opens up a ton of creative possibilities. For example, customize marketing visuals without opening Photoshop. Add elements like accessories, logos, or thematic props to stock photos. Stylize images into different art styles for branding or social media. Quickly mock up variations of a product photo. Clean up unwanted objects in personal photos, forks, trash, background people. If you're running a creative business, this can save hours of manual editing and still give you high quality results. Final thoughts. HiDream-E1 is a solid step forward in the evolution of AI-assisted image editing. Unlike traditional models that require complex in-painting masks or advanced prompting tricks, this one focuses on natural language as the main interface, which makes it accessible for beginners and powerful for advanced users alike. What makes it stand out is how intuitive the experience becomes. You no longer need to worry about brush tools, manual selections, or layered compositions. Instead, you just describe what you want, and the model takes care of interpreting that request and applying it to your image directly in the latent space. For artists, content creators, marketers, or even hobbyists, that's a big deal. It means faster iterations, fewer technical roadblocks, and a creative workflow that feels more like collaborating with a smart assistant than operating a piece of software. And for those of you already comfortable in environments like ComfyUI, this model integrates beautifully. You can embed it into your custom workflows, chain it with ControlNet, LLaMA models, or upscalers, and build modular pipelines that fit your unique creative process. Whether you're batch processing variations or fine-tuning edits on the fly, HiDream-E1 fits right in. Another point worth mentioning, HiDream-E1 gives you the freedom to iterate without feeling locked into a single vision. Because it supports prompts like add a plant or make it rainy or add text that says happy birthday, it's not just about realism, it's about customization. That opens doors for people working on branding, storytelling, comic panels, social media content, product mock-ups, and even AI filmmaking. Now, is it perfect? Not yet. The resolution is still limited to 768x 768, which may not be enough for print or high-end design needs, but for web content, marketing assets, and rapid prototyping, it's more than enough. And because the model is quantized and lightweight, it's easier to run on modest GPUs, making high-quality AI editing more accessible to a wider audience. Looking ahead, models like HiDream-E1 could very well change how we think about visual editing altogether. They might not completely replace tools like Photoshop in the immediate future, especially for pixel-perfect control, but they absolutely have the potential to become essential companions to traditional workflows. Imagine doing your first round of ideas with HiDream-E1, then finishing the final polish manually. It's a perfect hybrid. And who knows? As model resolution scales up and instruction following improves, we might see a future where the majority of visual editing is done through language, not layers and sliders. That's an exciting shift, and we're right at the beginning of it. So now I want to hear from you. Do you see HiDream-E1 as a useful tool in your creative process? Would you use it for content creation, quick edits, or even professional work? And more importantly, what features would you love to see in future versions of this model? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them, and your feedback often helps guide what I cover next on the channel. As always, if this video helped you, gave you ideas, or made you want to try something new, leave a like and hit that subscribe button. It really supports the channel and helps me keep delivering more tutorials, reviews, and experiments with the latest in generative AI. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.